People helping people, we can do this everywhere.
Started a pantry where they could get coats, where we could do their laundry.
I tell all the kids here, you have to have faith, you have to believe, and you have to put in the work.
For me, there's such great fulfillment in being able to serve.
I don't have many role models in my life. I grew up in a place where it was only men, and seeing her really inspires me. I want to be like her.
Let's go, girls.
Well, good morning and welcome to a special Fox 4 News at 9 a.m. I'm Abby Eden.
And I'm Christelle Bell. This morning, we are introducing you to 4 of Kansas City's most remarkable women. We've been featuring these women throughout the month of March as part of National Women's History Month.
Now, each one is making a difference in the metro, each in her own special way. So let's meet our first remarkable woman.
I went to Schlegel High School to be a school resource officer, and that's when I really understood what the kids in KCK needed.
Well, our first remarkable woman got her start as a detective for the KCK Police Department.
Yeah, then she went and found herself working as a school resource officer, connecting with kids in a way that's made a lasting difference in their lives. We want you to meet Detective Elaine Moore.
For nearly 30 years, Detective Elaine Moore has been doing what she does best.
Started, of course, as patrol, and then I started doing recruiting for the police department.
But it's when she moved over to community policing.
Still in community policing, went to Schlegel High School to be a school resource officer, and that's when I really understood what the kids in KCK needed.
She recognized a greater purpose.
Started a pantry where they could get coats, where we could do their laundry.
She says students were bullied and fighting because they were dirty, and parents at home were struggling to make ends meet.
I wasn't mad at the kids, but mad at the parents. I said, we'll just start a pantry.
Her commitment to change lives in her community stacks high, creating toiletry and food pantries at area schools, initiating drive-bys that consist of handing out hot meals, orchestrating fundraisers to make sure every child has a Christmas, and Santa missions giving out cash to random strangers during the holidays.
If you don't have anything for 11 months, that 12th month means something because somebody cares.
For Detective Moore, the job is not just about criminals, it's about compassion.
How do you change it if you don't know what's going on in their household? You can't. And that's what we are missing.
She says giving a hand up versus handcuffs does make a difference.
I don't have not one that hasn't done good. I have one now that's actually in the police academy.
It's why every night she's here, fighting for the kids.
Where we have boxing, art, we do the garden, we do a lot of fundraisers, and all of our money goes towards the kids.
This is the Police Athletic League, also known as PAL, an old church building on North 5th Street now converted into a safe haven for young people to stay off the streets and connect with officers.
She means the world to me. She's like a mother to me.
But this is still a sanctuary, a place for kids to find peace.
When I came in here, I was nervous. I had no clue. I didn't know where to start. And they were the first people I spoke to. She was the first person I spoke to. And she made me feel like I was at home. She made me feel comfortable and safe. And that feeling, nothing can replace that feeling.
Community dinners, homework assistance, tutoring, and computer stations. Kids and parents all have access to food, toiletries, and household supplies for free.
I have to. What else would the kids do? If that's taken away from them and they don't know where to go and the parents don't have anywhere to go.
Badge or not, she will not stop community policing.
I refuse. I can't. When I retire, I'm going to do community work until I just can't do it anymore.
I don't have many role models in my life. I grew up in a place where it was only men, and seeing her really inspires me. I want to be like her. I want to be a detective. I want to be a police officer. And I hope to one day be like her and inspire others.
And that's what makes Detective Elaine Moore a remarkable woman.
Oh, and here she is, Detective Elaine Moore. Welcome. Come on, join us. AKA Detective Mom.
Right. Yes.
That's what they also call her. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me. Seriously.
Oh,
It's an honor to have you here.
I appreciate that. I was supposed to be at work today, so this is great.
Oh, well.
Well, we're glad we could help out in that way.
Yes, yeah.
You know, when we were sitting down talking in 2020, you were able to take a lot of the kids that are in the PAL program on a trip to Long Beach,
Yes.
California, a surf
Go
trip.
surfing.
Talk a little bit about that, because Jacqueline was on that trip.
She was. Our kids had never swam before. So we took them to Kansas City, Missouri, to the Y, so they could learn how to swim. But basically, I was house mom. I mean, washed their clothes, made sure I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting them each time, because I didn't want to lose anybody's child, because
Right.
people trusted us with their kids. And we paid for everything for them, we fed them. So I think that's the best part about it, is that just watching their faces and just to see that this is something different. And they'd never flown before, never been in an airplane.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So neat to be a part of that experience. You say, if I don't do it, then who will?
That's it.
And that's what continues to drive you?
I started with the police department in '97, but I went to Schlegel High School in 2010, and that's when I realized the need was there, that kids were getting in trouble because, and I was like, there had to be another reason. And it was because of their home life and what was happening. And instead of suspending them, make a pantry. And some of them did not have the opportunity to get their clothes washed, or they had laptops, but if you don't have electricity at home, what good is that?
Right, exactly.
So they can't do their homework, so they act out so they can go home.
Okay, and really quickly, we are hearing some incredible, touching stories from that young woman, especially in that story. What does that mean to you, to hear people talk about the impact you've had on their lives?
I didn't realize until I watched that Jackie was afraid when she first walked into the PAL, because she's such a confident young woman. And Perla, I mean, there's so many that I was in there night before last, and they just all came up running, and it's like, they almost knock you down. Good thing I'm kind of thick.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it's amazing what you've done.
Yes, thank you.
I could not see, honestly, spending my day any other way. It's about the kids. It's always been about the kids. And hopefully, you know, other police officers will step up and do other things. You know, our police athletic league, that's all we do as kids. That's it.
Amazing. All right, we're going to stick around. We're going to have much more. She's going to stay with us for a little while longer. Let's go now to Michelle.
Well, ladies, after a very chilly start to our day, temperatures are going to rebound pretty nicely this afternoon thanks to the sunshine. We've got a breakdown of what to expect on this Friday coming up next.
So what does it take to be recognized as a remarkable woman? We'll go through the qualifications and tell you how many women were nominated.
Welcome back. It's 9:11. Blue skies, sunshine overhead in downtown Kansas City this morning. Air temperatures, well, we got very, very chilly and frosty area wide with 29 still hanging on out of Atchison. We've got low 30s for Excelsior Springs, middle and upper 30s from KCI through Lee Summit over into Olathe. That also includes Harrisonville. And southerly winds, those are back 5 to 10 miles per hour. Does pull wind chills down about 5 to 7 degrees, so just be prepared for that. As we move throughout the day today, our high temperatures spiking near 60 degrees, so pretty seasonable for this time of the year. So we kick things off here on the first day of April. We are going to see more ups and downs, more chances for rain showers, and maybe a few rumbles of thunder ahead in the updated Long Ranger.
All right, Michelle, thanks. Now back to our remarkable women. So what makes one remarkable?
Yeah, here's specifically what we looked for. Champions, trailblazers, and everyday heroes, women who selflessly serve their community and make an impact with the work that they do. Well, coming up, meet our next remarkable woman. She serves our community with the basics that many people depend on. She's next.
I just want to be good for the people that can't help themselves.
She is a mother of 12, a grandmother of 16, and a hero to hundreds.
Her community work now serves 6 other states. Meet Teresa Hamilton.
When there's a will,
People helping people, we can do this everywhere.
there's a way.
But we're just freeing people from shame, that's all.
And Teresa Hamilton will find it.
I can do so much more when I'm working with the good towards the good.
In 2011, she started Giving the Basics, a nonprofit organization here in KCK that's doing just what its name says, giving the basics.
Well, imagine people that they don't have a job, they've got some kind of a sickness, they've got relationship issues, and they can't get clean. I'm like, to me, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I thought, this is so easy to fix, let's fix this.
Simple hygiene products, the stuff many of us take for granted. Toilet paper, deodorant, toothpaste, washing detergent.
People think you can walk into a grocery store with a government card and get whatever you want. So they think everyone's just taken care of. So that's what I'm trying to change is, That's a misconception.
This massive warehouse is working nonstop with help solely from volunteers to distribute thousands of boxes and pallets of goods. And to think, Hamilton says this all started as a good gesture to help a friend who was down.
She called me one day and she said, hey, can you help me get some toilet paper? And I said, what the heck? And she said, well, I've gone through a divorce. We've lost everything.
Soon after, the need became heavy on her heart, leaving her no choice but to get to work.
There was just a paralyzing feeling. There are others, there are more.
Now, today, Hamilton's organization is stretching to every corner of the KC Metro, reaching nearly 250,000 people a month, 136 pantries. She calls herself the sophisticated beggar, but don't get it twisted. She holds no shame. It's well worth it if it means receiving donations each month from major manufacturers and businesses because someone is depending on it.
I just want to be good for the people that can't help themselves.
She and her team have created a detailed system that provides toiletries to students in area schools and police departments. There's even a program that allows seniors to give back.
I don't want Giving the Basics to have anything to prove. I want our work to prove who we are. I don't want to have to sell Giving the Basics to anyone in a way to say, oh yes, we're so wonderful. I just want people to know we're changing lives. Immediately when someone gets our product, lives are changed.
No accolades, no praise, just a woman who saw a need and created a movement.
I don't need to meet the people that we're helping. I just know that in my heart, they're feeling relief, right? It's just, let me help you. You're stuck and not to your own fault. I just want to help you not be stuck, and I don't need a thank you.
And that's why, Teresa Hamilton, you are truly a remarkable woman.
Here she is. Let's go ahead and welcome Teresa Hamilton, the founder of Giving the Basics, joining us this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
I'm great.
Good, good.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. We're so glad to have you with us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so you say that one day your dream is to have veterans run Giving the Basics. Why is that your dream?
I had two brothers that were in the Vietnam War, and they did not come back in great shape. And I know that a program like this, we have so many, the veterans need something to plug into that makes sense, that it has a system to it, that's making a big impact. So, you know, kind of a war on dignity we could kind of create here in the country. And I know that they're so smart and trained and wonderful, and they'd be great across the country, an easy plug-in.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And then plus, the idea of giving dignity as well.
Yes.
Potentially to other veterans who have also fallen on some difficult times.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like a great idea.
Talk to us about, because there was some part, I put a little bit of that in the story, but the friend, how all of this got started was down. Tell us about that story and how it became Giving the Basics started because of this.
Correct. My friend who was down, had lost everything, needed toilet paper because she'd been to a pantry and they gave her one roll. And she was thinking, oh, I have 6 kids to raise. How in the world am I going to do this? And so from that place, it was really awesome because after helping her for 10 months, I thought I was finished. So when she called and said she had gotten a job and she was back on her feet, I thought, oh, this is great, I'm finished. But there was just that paralyzing feeling, if she had this problem, other people have this problem. So I went out and did some investigating, and I thought we had a problem in Kansas City, and then I thought, well, Kansas has a problem. Then I realized it was the entire country, and I thought, oh, no one's set up a system yet to make this flow well, so I'll just work on that. And I based it on my laundry room.
Yeah, that's right, 12 children. Laundry room.
Yeah, if anybody can organize something, it's a mom of 12 kids.
Okay.
Yes, that's incredible.
Well, moms of 12 know what's not going to fix itself. I mean, you look at some of the things that people focus on, and that's going to fix itself. But if this wasn't going to fix itself, and there was no system for it, oh my gosh, I'm good at systems. I will do the best I can, and it'll land where it will.
All right, we are truly excited to have you with us, and we want you to stick around because we've got more. Let's go ahead and send it over to Michelle right now.
Thank you.
Well, ladies, gorgeous weather to close out this work week. We've got blue skies, sunshine, but rain returns overnight. Coming up next, I'll be tracking that and have the latest timeline when we return. Welcome back. It is 9:23 and it is sure nice to see that sun shining here in Kansas City. We are going to have that throughout the day today. Cloud cover returns overnight tonight. Some rain chances also returning. We'll get into that here in just one moment. From a temperature standpoint, we bottomed out early this morning with those clear skies. We're at 37 now. Still feels like the lower 30s, factoring in wind speeds that are not nearly as strong as yesterday. We have 35 in Olathe, 37 for those of you in Lee Summit. Feels like the upper 20s out the door in Olathe and lower 30s over in Lee Summit. Now by lunchtime today, we're popping up to 51 degrees, and then we continue the climb into the afternoon with the help of those southerly winds starting to increase and pick up. 60 degrees expected for high temperatures. So pretty close to average for this time of the year, but waves of clouds will return late this evening, especially after sunset. And then here comes the rain chances. And you'll notice that it's not necessarily going to be a big widespread event, but most of it occurs during those overnight hours. Skies will eventually clear out, and then for Saturday, we're expecting a very similar day to that of today. By Sunday, though, we're popping into the upper 60s, and then unsettled weather returns early next week.
Michelle, thanks. Now let's take a look at our morning headlines really quickly here. The last remaining Russian troops have left the Chernobyl nuclear plant in Ukraine this morning. According to Ukrainian officials, soldiers departed after returning control to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky stripped 2 Ukrainian generals of their military rank, saying they violated their military oath of allegiance to the country, though did not provide any specific details.
As home prices continue to soar, some financial experts are warning there could be a housing bubble brewing. The Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas says evidence is growing of abnormal housing market behavior for the first time since the boom of the early 2000s. But they say soaring home prices doesn't always mean housing is in a bubble. They say prices may be rising because of what they call exuberance. That's when buyers are afraid if they don't buy now, they'll end up paying more later. Well, next, a remarkable woman with one mission. She works with the nostalgia of the past and also the children of the future.
You're watching Fox 4 News at 9
People helping people, we can do this everywhere.
Started a pantry where they could get coats, where we could do their laundry.
I tell all the kids here, you have to have faith, you have to believe, and you have to put in the work.
For me, there's such great fulfillment in being able to serve.
I don't have many role models in my life. I grew up in a place where it was only men, and seeing her really inspires me. I want to be like her.
Welcome back as we head into our next half hour of Fox 4 News at 9.
Well, so far we've highlighted 2 of our 4 remarkable women, and now it's time to meet our next nominee.
These are kids that everything is not good all the time for them. So they have trials and tribulations, and they go through a few things. And so we try to always motivate them, even though it's cloudy outside. When you come in, bring the sunshine in with you.
So this remarkable woman teaches us it's important to honor the past while shaping the future.
Meet the executive director of the Richard Allen Cultural Center and Museum, Edna Wagner.
She loves the dreams of the future.
Very rewarding to see our kids improving in grades, how their attitudes are changing about looking toward the future.
Just as much as the history of the past.
I love digging into the history of people who came before me.
For more than a decade, Edna Wagner has been bridging the gap, using the Richard Allen Cultural Center and Museum in Leavenworth, Kansas, to connect community, culture, and education support.
The goal is to get the history out there and to share it and to know how important it is to know it.
The longtime educator left the Leavenworth School District in 2011 to become the executive director with one mission in mind.
I could help more kids if I go to the Culture Center, because then I can help kids from all the school districts.
Through her hard work, there's a richness carved into these buildings.
Most people who walk in just assume the front that you walked in is all that we have. They don't realize this 6-room house is back here until we start the tour. In this room, we talk a lot about B.K. Blanche.
That creates a willing spirit to learn.
The house we're sitting in right now, once the research was done, we found out that it was lived in by an original Buffalo soldier.
Every picture, artifact, and statue captures a story, and Wagner takes you back in time.
It was just amazing to deal with all the rich history that African Americans had contributed here in this area.
Telling stories of triumph and adversity to make sure every visitor understands the unwavering strength and determination of African Americans. And while most museums close for the day,
see, now tonight,
this one comes to life. It's a second shift for Wagner. She also operates the multicultural K-12 after-school tutoring program.
These are kids that everything is not good all the time for them. So they have trials and tribulations, and they go through a few things. And so we try to always motivate them, even though it's cloudy outside. When you come in, bring the sunshine in with you.
A ray of sunshine for countless children.
I tell all the kids here, you have to have faith, you have to believe, and you have to put in the work.
Words she lives by. Wagner writes grants, collects donations, and organizes fundraisers to provide for these children.
Our volunteers are military, active duty, enlisted, retired teachers, retired principals, and people who just want to help in the community.
And she teaches her students the importance of giving back, and she is precise in teaching life lessons that uphold values, morals, and self-discipline. She is making history every day.
There is things out there that they will teach me, because every day is a learning experience. You learn something new every day.
And she proudly serves her community as she holds on to a piece of her past, standing on the shoulders of those who came before her.
I think it comes from the 3 strong women that brought me up, my mother, my grandmother, and my aunt, that they always shared with giving back to the community through the church and just in need of people in the community.
It's her strength and drive to keep making a difference.
I think it's just something has been taught to me to give back to my community in which I live in. And you can't make a difference if you don't.
And that's why, Edna Wagner, you are a remarkable woman.
And here she is. Please welcome Ms. Edna Wagner. Come on in. Oh my gosh.
Good morning.
Good morning. You look so amazing. Thank you so much. Come on over here. We won't bite. We promise.
I promise.
We just love on you.
I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. You are certainly a remarkable woman. We heard you speak about teaching the students about having faith and working hard. Why is that so important to teach our children that these days?
I think a lot of our kids have lost that. Their younger parents are not being parents, they're being kids themselves. So if we don't teach them how to become that adult, to be responsible and to have faith in what they're doing and to believe that they can do it, then there's no hope for us. So I always look at the future of what we need to have. And that is a part of working hard for it.
Yeah, definitely. And you have created something so special at the Cultural Center and the museum. So tell people about the museum and how people can come visit, what they can expect when they arrive.
Well, we're located at 412 Kiowa Street. It's the Richard Allen Cultural Center and Museum in Leavenworth, Kansas. We're open Monday through Friday from 11 to 4. You can come in and take a tour and learn a little bit about our African American history in the Leavenworth, Fort Leavenworth, and surrounding areas of what African Americans have contributed back to our society. And then if your children are struggling in school, kindergarten through 12th grade, we're there Monday through Thursday with our after-school tutoring and mentoring program to help them get on track. No matter what the subject is, no matter what trials and tribulations they're going through, we're there for them. And our volunteers are just awesome. As I said earlier, we have military active duty as well as retired. We have retired teachers, retired principals, and people in the community who are just concerned about making our town and our city better by helping others who have reached out and gave us a hand.
You spoke about military. You are a military wife. I think you mentioned you've moved about 19 times. Your third time being in Leavenworth.
Wow.
Right.
So, I mean, how do you find the balance to give back to communities and do what you do?
I really don't know how I find the balance. I just love people and I love kids and I love seeing our community grow. And I know if I don't take the time to put that little work in to show someone else what someone has shared with me as I've grown up, then how do we grow our community? Someone took the time with me, which was my grandmother, my mother, and my aunt, and someone needs to take the time with our youth, and that's our future.
That's amazing.
So we have to pay it forward.
Thank you.
Well, we're not done. Ms. Edna is going to come and join us a little bit later in our show, but right now we want to go ahead and toss it to Michelle.
Well, ladies, it is shaping up to be a fabulous end to our work week. However, entering the weekend, we do so with some rain chances. We'll be discussing that in addition to what to expect for later this afternoon. Coming up next. Welcome back. Oh, Kansas City, it is Friday. We have made it to the weekend, and after a few bumps in the road this week, temperatures, they're finally going to start to warm closer to average as we continue on throughout the day today. Casey Country Club looks fantastic. I don't see any golfers out early this morning, probably because it's a little on the chilly side. It was very frosty in many locations early this morning as we dipped down below freezing. Some of you were even in the upper 20s, but we're slowly starting to push out of some of those 20s into the low 30s out of St. Joe and upper 30s for Harrisonville, for Odessa. We're at 37 out of KCI as well as Lee Summit. And the southerly winds sustained only 5 to 10 miles per hour. They're still going to shave off 5 to 7 degrees from those air temperatures. So some of you are still going to feel like the 20s, upper 20s for Lawrence, for Olathe, lower 30s for some of those other locations. And by lunchtime today, I have a feeling we'll spike in those low 50s and then continuing on up to 60 degrees later this afternoon as we bring in a few fair weather clouds. Then rain chances return tonight. I'll be tracking that ahead.
Next, meet our fourth remarkable woman. She serves the people of Kansas City and relies on her faith in God to get that work done.
My passion is violence prevention. I'm tired of seeing the homicides. I'm tired of seeing families impacted by gun violence and other acts of crime around our cities.
A remarkable woman and is always thinking about how she can serve others.
Oh my goodness. Pastor Cassandra Wainwright goes above and beyond for others. And to do that, she relies upon her faith in God.
Even though she's bundled up on a cold winter day,
We good?
Pastor Cassandra Wainwright feels an instant warmth.
When you love what you do, and for me, there's such great fulfillment in being able to serve.
She has been serving Kansas City for more than 60 years.
You got it? I would say so. For as long as I was able to do so, it has been a life of service. We just wanted people to know that we care.
And she has a strong way of showing that.
We do it across the street at the Calvary Community Outreach Network, or the Wellness Center that's located on 30th and Holmes.
There's this food distribution drive every fourth Thursday of the month.
You got it, yeah.
Boxes of food are stacked. The outside temps keep the frozen foods.
We've been doing it since COVID started.
And the cars are lined up down the street ready to receive.
And our wellness facility was closed due to COVID. And so people were still knocking on our doors trying to see if we had food to give, if we had water to provide.
Working closely with Calvary Temple Baptist Church across the street, Harvesters Food Network, and other area churches and organizations, Wainwright and volunteers fill trunks.
Many of them express the need that they have. They express the gratitude that they have.
Stack hot meals and give hope.
We serve the homeless communities as well, and so it has just been a sheer blessing.
When she's not feeding people, she's trying to save them.
My passion is violence prevention. I'm tired of seeing the homicides. I'm tired of seeing families impacted by gun violence and other acts of crime around our cities.
In 2018, she helped organize the Lights on KC initiative to keep kids off the street. Each month, recreational activities and free food are provided.
She has been an inspiration to me because she sees needs and acts on them. She's one of those rare people who is a hearer and a doer. When she hears something that needs to be done, she's there doing it.
Wainwright has also poured a tremendous amount of her time into community health.
The community moved in the area of stigmatizing those who were living with HIV.
As the program director for the Calvary Community Outreach Network, she helped create HIV/AIDS education awareness programs for the Black community to highlight the importance of supporting those living with HIV and to get tested.
Still, no matter who we were, no matter what we did, no matter what our race, no matter what our sexual preference, everyone deserved to receive the love of God.
She's a wife, a mother of 8, and a grandmother to many, but she is so determined to keep changing lives in KC for the better.
We feel that there is a calling and a compelling, if you will, for us to serve our community in whatever way God opens the door for us to do that. And though it may be tiring, it may be overwhelming at times, there is such great satisfaction to know that the opportunity to serve is always there.
And she says as long as God allows her the physical and mental strength, she won't stop.
You know, you don't really think about how great the impact is and how significant the work you're doing. You just do it because this is what you've been called to do.
And that's why, Pastor Cassandra Wainwright, you are a remarkable woman.
And please welcome Pastor Cassandra Wainwright into the studio. Come on in. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great morning. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
with us.
you for having me.
Oh,
Absolutely.
gosh. It's so many different parts of your story. I just wanted to share because I didn't get a chance to put that in the story, but just to show the impact of that food drive. You told me the story about a young lady from Springfield that came and was in need of food. Tell us about that story.
This young lady had a 1-year-old child, and she had just lost her job, didn't know where her rent was going to be coming from, how she was going to make ends meet, and she contacted us and didn't want to make the drive back to Springfield. She had gone to the facility right down the street from us, and they were already closed. And so she just wanted to know if we could assist her in any way. And we were able to help provide her with food, not just for the day, but for 2 weeks, because we didn't know when she would be able to get to her next location. And she was blessed. We took her around to the church and gave her food. So it was just a blessing to be able to serve her that day.
Yeah.
You changed someone's life that day.
Certainly.
Some
And
security.
Yes, and it's just such a overwhelming feeling to know that people that are in need, and you don't always know their stories, but just being able to serve them in that way is a blessing.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm really excited too because we talked about the KC on Lights on KC initiative, and you told me that it's actually starting back this month because it was closed because of COVID.
Yes, we started it in 2018. We actually borrowed it or replicated it from a program in Newark, New Jersey, and we had to suspend all of our programming during the pandemic in March 2020. So we are excited to be able to kick it off on April 29th. And we're going to be targeting middle school children first, but we are excited to be doing that.
That's amazing, amazing work.
And you say this is a calling for you. Do you have advice for other women who are wanting to start their own ways of giving back to their communities?
I just would say that you realize that it's never about you, that you understand that this calling or whatever the assignment is that you've been given, you just do it with your whole heart. You sink yourself into that, and remember, it's never about you. It's bigger than you.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Well, Pastor, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah.
Well, next we'll bring these women together in one room and introduce you to Kansas City's finalists, who will then go on to the national competition. Well, we have brought the sunshine back for the day today, and we expect to see those blue skies carry over into the afternoon. Temperature-wise, we're in the middle and upper 30s. It's going to feel, in some cases, like the lower 30s or even some upper 20s, though, factoring in wind speeds. Southerly winds help send us to 60 degrees later this afternoon, however. And then overnight tonight, some more clouds will start to build, especially closer to sunset, and then we'll have a few rain showers starting to develop. And this is not going to be a major widespread event whatsoever, but we will have those rain showers happening during the overnight. Most all of that activity out of here by early Saturday morning, and that will leave us with temperatures kind of similar to that of today, as the cooler air keeps us from getting much warmer than that. Upper 60s, though, to close out the weekend on Sunday, and then Monday, more of that active weather returns, and that active pattern, it's going to carry over into the middle of next week as well.
Oh gosh, we're having a good time. Welcome. The 4 finalists for Kansas City's Remarkable Women are here, and we're going to run through some real quick highlights on each of them.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Want me to go?
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, so Pastor Cassandra Wainwright is the program director for the Calvary Community Outreach Network. We have Detective Elaine Morris and KCK's, Kansas City, Kansas Police Department Internal Affairs Division, and Community Policing. Please don't forget that for her. Teresa Hamilton is the founder, CEO of Giving the Basics in Kansas City, Kansas, and also Miss Edna Wagner is the executive director for the Richard Allen Cultural Center and Museum in Leavenworth, Kansas. So thank you all so much for being with us today. You are remarkable women. And now it's time to do the big part, right?
That's right. It's time to share which woman will represent Kansas City in the National Remarkable Women competition. So Christelle had the chance to be there when it was announced. Take a look.
Hey, Miss Teresa.
Hey.
Can I get you to come here for a second?
Yes. I'll put my coffee down for you.
So, I have something to tell you.
What do you want to tell me?
So we know that you are a finalist for KC's Remarkable Women of the Year, but the truth of it is this crew is from LA, and now you are one of 7 finalists to be Nextstar's National 2022 Remarkable Woman of the Year.
No.
Aww. So Teresa will actually go on now to compete as one of the 7 of the other women that are chosen across America. She'll be representing Kansas City, so we want to wish her the best of luck. To everyone who was nominated, to all of you, our finalists, thank you so much for serving our community. We certainly appreciate it. So congratulations to you. This was so hard for me because she said, well, I don't know who won locally, right? And I said, no, that came to you. I said, so I pulled this off, but you are truly deserving. So you will represent Kansas City.
I am in the best company. I cannot even tell you, sitting with these women, I'm humbled, I'm honored. And especially sitting with you, the work you've done on this. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Listen, I think when I sat with you, I was like, we give flowers when flowers are due. And so we want to present all of you ladies with flowers today. Teresa, we want to give you your flowers today. We certainly want to thank Fiddly Fig for these beautiful bouquet arrangements for all of our ladies today. Thank you, Fiddly Fig, for providing these beautiful arrangements.